So I got to the point where I was talking about who is at risk, and I was saying that just by the virtue of being female, so we're talking about the risk factors. It affects females in the reproductive age, all races, so it doesn't discriminate against the races. You are also at increased risk if you are obese. So we talked about the body mass index, me talked about the body mass index. So being overweight alone puts you at risk. And then also a family history. So if you have an aunt, a mother, or a sister who has had polycystic ovarian syndrome, it puts you at risk of developing it.
Okay.
Me talked about the symptoms of polycystic ovarian. We'll come to the cancer. It's not the main thing, but I'll come to it. So we take it step by step. So I previously mentioned that it affects how the ovaries work. So how will somebody know that they have polycystic ovarian syndrome? They might have irregular periods, no periods, or even scanty or very little periods. Increase in the facial and body hair, that's so real. So beard, you develop a bit of a beard, even a mustache, like lots of hair on your face.
Really?
Of that to translate,
I took out my hairs yesterday. Wow, okay. I hope I don't have
No, hold on. Not everybody who has everybody who has hair on the chin has polycystic ovarian syndrome. Some of us are hairy.
Okay.
And also there are degrees of expression of the way the polycystic ovarian syndrome behaves. So it can range from mild to severe symptoms.
Okay.
So loss of hair on the head. So you find bald spots or your hair is thinning, while you are rather having more hair on your chin, your chest, and even on the tummy. And then a rapid increase in weight, difficulty in losing weight, oily skin or acne. So you find that I'm 30 years and I'm still having pimples or acne. And then some people find out they have it when they try to fall pregnant. So they find it difficult to fall pregnant. And all these things put women at risk of developing depression and psychological problems due to the effects of polycystic ovarian syndrome on the way they look, what is happening to their bodies. You know, some people, if they're not getting a period, they are actually worried, oh, what's happening to me? So that also makes women get depressed. So it's quite serious. It affects the mood. And sometimes for years, people go without actually getting a diagnosis. So there are 2 out of 3 things doctors look out for to determine if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So just having 1 out of the 3 doesn't necessarily mean you have polycystic. There are 3 things, we have 2 out of the 3. So the 3 things we look at whether or not you have irregular periods, scanty periods, or no periods at all. And then we look out for signs of the excess male hormone testosterone. So that's like the beard, hair on your chin, your chest, a male distribution of hair, the signs of acne. So all these things give us an idea that you have excess testosterone. And then on ultrasound scans, so when we scan you with an ultrasound, we find what we call the polycystic ovaries. So there's a way the ovaries will look like if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So you have to have 2 out of the 3. If you have just 1,
it's not enough.
Out of the 3 doesn't mean you have polycystic ovarian syndrome.